What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys had a fantastic day today. And today we have the NG models October 2023 releases for you guys. I really hope you guys are excited for today's video. And without any further delay, let's go ahead and get started. Kicking it off here, going into fall with the NG October set. Really excited for this. As you guys saw a couple of days ago, we had the Gemini Jets Delta 175 released among many other really good ones. So, man, we are going for quite the turn here in the model aircraft landscape for the fall of 2023. And I'm really excited to see what NG models is going to do in conjunction with Gemini and all the other manufacturers. So really awesome. Nice to also record this in the evening for different. Normally I always record these NG ones in the morning since they come out then. So it'll be really nice to change it up here for different. And I'm really excited for this. So let's go ahead and get started. What can NG do to top the Delta 175? Let's get started. Starting off strong here with the Batik Air Boeing 737 MAX 8. This is 9 Mike Lima Romeo Foxtrot. Very cool. So I don't think this airline's ever been done. It must be a subsidiary maybe of Malaysian or something like that. Kind of looks similar, but maybe it's just a coincidence. But certainly very cool to see that. Again, getting all this variety is super important. So I'm really glad to see NG models tackling it piece by piece, and really nice expansion from last month. So really hot start right there. That's a great aircraft and certainly a huge fan of that. That's a great start here for October. Very nicely done. A BOAC Boeing 747-8 freighter, and this is that fantasy BOAC cargo livery concept. Bravo Oscar Alpha Charlie. Very cool to see this as well. So nice to get the change up here. Very excited for this. I think this will be a really nice compliment. Certainly a very interesting fantasy livery at that, but I think it does make at least a little bit more sense than the pink one for Southwest. But this will be a cool one. Certainly will be interesting to see how this comes out. So certainly quite a fascinating choice, but NG, doing a little bit different here, doing some different stuff. So very cool to see that. I think that would be a really good one right there. Very nice. Okay, here's a government 757-200 Alfa Romeo Golf 01. I believe that's what this is, at least. Let's take a look at the illustration. Yeah, this is the Republic Argentina 757 government aircraft. Very cool to see this. So this came to the United States a couple times, and it's overall really good looking 75. I'm a really big fan of that choice. I know that there'll be quite a bit of sentimental attachment, considering that many people in the United States have got to see these plane spotters, that is, and anybody else interested. So this is a really good one. I think also regionally speaking, going to its home country and also around it, it's to various places. So a really unique choice, very distinctive, and I would rather them use a slot. It makes me think of airport slots, but I'd rather them use a spot here instead of 3 BBJs or something like that. So I'm a really big fan of that. That's a really good choice. So overall, a very hot start here for October. If they could do this for 30 planes in a row, we'll be set. Let's see what's next. American Airlines Boeing 777-200ER November 759 Alpha November in the pink ribbon color scheme. Nice. Breast cancer awareness on the go. So very excited to see this aircraft as well once the picture loads. I do have the JC Wings version, which is honestly really good. So I'll be interested to see what I'd choose to do here. I could replace it. I could keep the JC. We'll have to see, but I'm sure this one's going to be elite. I'm really excited for this. Really great re-release timing, as that JC one went off the shelves like cakes. So really awesome to see this, and I think this will be a really, really nice model. So yeah, glad to see them expand in the right way on that aircraft that they already did a few months ago, and also the time interval given a nice gap right there. So overall, a big fan. NG, the logic, it feels like a US spokesperson came in and talked to them so far. This is awesome. British Airways Boeing 777-200ER. This is Gulf Yankee Mike Lima in the great festival creative color scheme, and we have the Trent engines on this one. So yeah, this is backing down to kind of closer to what we've had normally, but between the Trents and also the really cool illustration, this one's more justifiable. It does have quite a bit of difference there. It's not like it's a cheek stamp. So this is certainly very acceptable, and I'm really a big fan of NG here. This is really solid. So nice release right there, especially for all those applicable collectors, and it'll be exciting to see how that one comes out. So overall, a really great job here by NG so far. This has been really solid. Let's see if we can keep moving. And we also had the Panda Flight one with the Trent as well. So getting them back to back here. This one I'm kind of half on. I mean, it's a pretty small logo, but it kind of fits there with the other one. So let me know what you think in the comments about that. But at least it's a really popular aircraft. I mean, who wouldn't want a British Airways 777? This is certainly acceptable. So we can get down with that. So looking very good right there. A blank Boeing 787-10 Dreamliner with no registration. What a curveball, and a talent show at that. I'm a fan. I think this is a really cool move right here. This is a very unique time to pull out the gas on this, but I think this is a really nice time for NG to accelerate. No pun intended. I'm sorry, that was so bad, but I just thought that it was interesting that they chose to do this after JC's done it too. So yeah, this is a primetime custom talent show right here. This is the time to do it. So also, I'm not expanding the picture because I don't want to see the other releases. I can expand it a little bit, but nevertheless, big fan right there. That's really nice to get to see that. I think that's a really good one. Certainly interesting choice at that, but limited effort, and I'm interested to see what they're selling it for. $48.99, that's really low. So really cool to see that, and certainly plenty of custom opportunity, or if you just want to keep it blank, then there you go. I think it's really cool, certainly different, but I think that'll be a nice one. So looking forward to that, and quite a nice curveball so far. This has been a really killer set so far. I'm a big fan. A VC1A, how about that? Foxtrot Alpha Bravo 2101. What does this even look like? Is this a new mold or what? Or we've not seen it in a while. Oh, it's the A319 government aircraft. That's a talent show with delivery. I approve. From Brazil, it appears. Really cool aircraft. Some great variety throughout. A very particular offering at that, but certainly really, going into a really fun element there, really changing it up. So I'm a big fan. And for all my fellow South America collectors, I hope that one is really nice. That looks really cool. So very excited to see that one, and that's going to be absolutely fantastic. And we're going to have another one in the old color scheme, kind of reverting to what I just talked about, but it hopefully, okay, a little bit of a difference. Kind of half-half. I mean, I kind of get it, kind of don't. We've talked about this several times, but that doesn't take away from what they've already done. NG, this one's a little bit more tolerable, but yeah, we just have to keep moving and see what we're going to get next, but certainly solid. Not going to complain there. That's awesome. Okay, a China United Airbus A319-100 Bravo 4090 in 1:400 scale, of course. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, really cool to see this. I think they maybe have done one or two of these, but not many, so this is awesome. This also does have the CFM engine types, so that's really solid right there. Very glad to see that, and that's going to be a really good one right there. Really proud of that, and that's really solid. So it's nice variety right there. That's really good. And we're going to have another one, so this is kind of the same concept here. I won't repeat it too much. Don't love it, really don't, but you know what? I guess having more aircraft is better than having less of them just released by one aircraft. So for everybody that really wants it, there you go. And they might sell really well in China. We can't confirm. So nevertheless, looking really good right there. Okay, now this is two's already probably enough. 3, I don't really love it. Especially considering that there's no different engines or anything. They're all the same airplane. Don't love the choice. It's what it is. I won't complain too much, but 3 of them, that's a little much. So, and if there is a difference, I'm sorry, I just can't obviously see it if there is, besides the registration, of course. But nevertheless, certainly interesting. But you know what? There's no complaining to be done on my side. This start has been really good, so these will just make it work. We'll see if we get something good coming up. Delta A319-100 November 301 November Bravo. How about this talent show coming in on the intervening, man? Wow, my gosh. So they must have followed up after that Gemini future release. I don't know if they're paying attention to that or not, but man, that is unbelievably awesome. That's huge. So NG beats Gemini in that future preview. That's huge because Gemini's going to do it next month. If that was on purpose, that is awesome. I mean, it should have been done 2 years ago. There's no exception there. But with regards to at least finally getting it out before the Gemini, that's huge. Absolutely going to be picking it up. I'm stoked for that. We've talked about these US narrow bodies on the Airbuses, particularly for Delta, United, Frontier, and so on. I can't complain here. This is awesome. This is really great. Really looking forward to this. It's about time we got this, and this will be a really nice addition to the clutch. I'm looking very forward to it. Going to be a great quality aircraft, and I'm really excited to see how we can utilize it. Sorry if the microphone, if it was too loud there, but very exciting release. I was not expecting that. That is awesome, man. Really great to see that. Looking very forward to that aircraft. Absolutely going to be picking that up. That's awesome. Man, what a talent show and a half, man. That is absolutely fantastic. Great job there by NG. Overdue. Really awesome to get that. That's fantastic. What an effort right there. NG models for the win. Let's see if we can build off that. Alaska Airbus A320 November 855 Victor Alpha in the San Francisco Giants color scheme. Another curveball here. So certainly not the highest priority, of course, for what we would like, but we'll take it. Really cool. It has the fence tips and the SF over there. This aircraft's since been moved to a max delivery, that is. So awesome to see Chester getting done. I believe this is his first appearance in the Airbus realms here for NG, so, or outside in the A321neo, I should say, but for the 320 particularly. So yeah, really cool to see him. For anybody that's looking for this aircraft, this is a perfect opportunity. So awesome, 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 awesome. That's really great so far. NG absolutely killing it. We got to keep this up. And the standard delivery too. Yes, sir. 361 Victor Alpha. Very nice. Really, really sweet. And the Sharklets too. What a talent, man. NG's dropping the bomb here. If only these were still in service, but it's still absolutely fantastic to see them doing this. Certainly going to be on my considerations list. You know, Aero Classics just announced theirs, or was it Panda? I think it was Panda. So NG's probably paying attention to that. I could be wrong. I don't know, but really awesome to see that. I mean, that's great. Competition brings the best out of everybody. Whether this was induced of that or not, still awesome to see NG finally doing this. This Delta 319, that was long overdue. We got to get the 320 now. So keep it up. Keep it up. Let's see what's next. First Airbus for Delta from NG in a while, I believe, as well. I might be missing one, but they haven't done many lately. So getting that 319 is a huge talent show. And a Spirit Airbus A320 to follow that up. 648 November Kilo, and the U.S. Talent Show continues. What's this one going to be? Okay, standard 320. I thought they did this already. Maybe it was the 320 Neo, but nevertheless, awesome, great aircraft. I think it was the 320 Neo. That's probably what it was. So definitely will be flopping my Gemini because it's not a bad model, but the landing gear's a little tall. So looking very forward to this. So yeah, NG doing a really good job here, getting ready to take some of my Geminis. Really excited for this. Yet another really good aircraft. This has the Bear Fair on it too. So they are certainly getting all their Spirit aircraft. They do sell really well. So any version of Spirit you want, you got it. So really awesome to see NG. Can they keep this up? 4 aircraft's pretty ridiculous as it is. Fifth one right here with 697 November Kilo. What's the difference with this? It's the fence tips with the Spirit.com. Very nice. I think I have I got my Aero Classics one right here, ironically enough. So another flip-flop. So, you know, I'd like to keep them all, obviously, but that's kind of unrealistic. I also have the Panda 320 with the scratches on it, that Bear Fair one. So yeah, really awesome to see that. Absolutely will be flip-flopping both of those in conjunction with these 2 NG releases and the other ones they've done. So yeah, the Banana Bus getting some really heavy representation. Now we just got to build into United next month. But is there a United coming up? Let's figure out, because there might be, man. This isn't ending anytime soon. Moving into the 330 with the level Airbus A330-200 Echo Charlie November Romeo Hotel. Very nice. So I don't think anybody's done this. I could be wrong, but I'm a big fan of this, especially if nobody's done it. I'm still a fan regardless. Level, of course, substituting in there for Iberia on select flights. I don't know if this is like their low-cost brand or what particularly it is, but yeah, really awesome to see this. This is great. So kind of want to get it. It would be a good substitute till the Iberia 330 comes out. So we'll see. Really cool scheme though with the blue and the green though. I know it's pretty basic, but certainly some nice context. Of course, anytime a talent show can be conducted, you want to do it. So certainly with that 330 for level, this pier right here, this has been elite for US collectors. And then of course going into Spain now with the levels. So what can we do next? Let's take a look. Okay, 330-300 Echo Charlie November Hotel Mike with the El Mango Pop Broadway show promotion color scheme. Hopefully it's a nice fancy one. Let's take a look. Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, so getting some nice variety there. That was taking place August of 2023. No problem with that. You know, it's certainly distinctive. So hopefully they do a normal one to follow it up. Now this is where a normal, you know, doing 2 of them at once makes sense when obviously you haven't done it before. Now 3 China United 319s. Can't answer that, but if it was in lower quantities, then that's fine. I wish I had the information. I don't. But this 330, really nice. Let's see if they're going to do the normal or moving on to another aircraft. Let's take a look. No, going into a TU-154 next with this one. This is going to be Charlie Papa 85000. That was a long one. Prototype livery here. I think, is this Aeroflight or the government or what is this? Not completely sure, but nevertheless looking really good with this aircraft. Very unique one at that, so NG certainly is serving a void there, and that's really nice to see from them. So yeah, very interesting, but absolutely a talent show, and it's going to be pretty interesting to see how that one comes out. So yeah, we will see how that happens. Okay, this is going to be a Tu-214PU Romeo Alpha 64520, and this with the radar equipment operating special flight to St. Petersburg. I don't know if that's Florida or not, but as RSD629. Let's take a look at the illustration. Really eager to see what they got here. Yeah, okay, so I think they got this piece right here and then all these antennas, so I didn't even know they had the capabilities of doing that. So really cool to see that, certainly really giving some variety here. Look at the antennas on the tail. I'm going to be eager to see that. That would be the first time I've ever seen antennas on tail if they do execute on that. So looking forward to seeing the pictures of that, and that will certainly be quite an interesting aircraft right there. So we'll have to see how that turns out. And yet another one, this is going to be SBUS Romeo Alpha 64530 with also radar equipment as well. So yeah, big difference is you don't have the titles, then this TU is also up there. So yeah, certainly some very interesting variety. This also is a nice hump here. So yeah, it feels like we're getting a little bit of everything. We've had that blank model, we've had that fantasy, we had all the US, now we're getting into some radar equipment. I mean, this is quite the variety right here. So not only that, but the popularity of, you know, the big stuff. This is how you're supposed to do a 30 model release, in my opinion. This is turning into quite the talent show. Air China 737-600 is going to come follow all this up. Bravo 5037 is the last retired 737-600 with the Star Alliance logo. Let's take a look at what this looks like. Oh, 1-200. I guess it's supposed to be a 200. It doesn't say anything about it. Oh, it is 1-200. Okay, so this is our 1-200 aircraft. So yeah, really awesome to see that. Yeah, really cool to see the new molds here in 1-200. I didn't know they were doing the 600 there. So we're really excited to see that. I'm going to be very interested to see how that 1-200 mold is, and certainly want to buy some of those to assess them when the time is right, of course, with the right liveries and everything. So looking very forward to that, and that'll be pretty interesting to take a look at. So very nice right there. Austrian Boeing 737-600, Oscar Echo Lima November Lima. I think this is a really good choice. I highly doubt there's been one done 200, although who knows. Yeah, really nice to see that. That's an awesome release. So looking very good with that. I love the livery. That looks really, really nice. AirTran CRJ200LR November 445 Alpha Whiskey. So it must have been a Air Wisconsin aircraft. Sorry about the itch. Yeah, really cool to see with the Jet Connect. So they took quite a break. They did one maybe last year. So really cool to see that aircraft as well. And that'll be quite an interesting looker. So we'll have to see how that comes out. U.S. Airways Express CRJ200 November 406 Alpha Whiskey with the gray nose. Is it the Navy livery? Yes, it is. Okay, so I think they did this one. Could be wrong. Won't speak on it since I don't know completely, but I still think it's a fine choice either way. Yeah, really popular retro offering for those 1-200 collectors. So I think they're doing a good job there. So that's certainly nice to see. And now an America West Express CRJ200 November 27318. Man, they're throwing it back here. This has the small titles as well. That's going to be a very popular aircraft. I think that was an elite choice. That's an S tier offering right there for those collectors. Yeah, Delta 319. Now this is a really, really good effort right here from none other than NG models. So man, those 1-200 molds are going to take them to a whole new level. Really excited to see them continue to debut those. But of course, with these 737s, really hot start, and then all these CRJ200s making quite the run. And now we have the big titles in conjunction. That's outstanding effort. This is when you do it twice. Now I know that the other aircraft do have significant differences, so I wasn't criticizing. Like the level one was really good. Some of the ones up there were, you know, the 3 China Uniteds, that's a little much in my opinion, but you know, this and the level, that makes more sense. So yeah, they're certainly making some good progress here. So that's awesome to see that they did both the small and the big. That's awesome, man. Can we get much better than this? West Atlantic CRJ-200 freighter, Sierra Echo Romeo India Foxtrot. Yet another diverse piece to this amazing talent show we've conducted today. That's a really sick livery, man. That is awesome with the navy and the, or if it's purple, whichever color it is, and the gray. That is awesome. Getting a little battleship gray vibe with that. That is absolutely outstanding. Very cool to see that. Really awesome plane. That is absolutely sick. Hope to see that in person sometime. That's really cool. In a British European CRJ-200ER, this is Golf Juliet Echo Charlie Bravo. So the CRJ full-on army has assembled here at the NG Models release for 2023 October. A really cool livery though. This is a really good one to do. I think you got some nice diversity there, and certainly getting some more regions in here since it's been really US heavy with these. So really nice choice right there, and I think that's outstanding. Harmony Airways CRJ-100LR Charlie Foxtrot India Papa X-Ray with the basic United Blue Tulip livery. What a talent. Man, we are just going to work today. This is quite the hybrid. Very unique aircraft, I have to say that. Very similar to the Cargo, but man, this is unique in its own way. If we're assessing this release on the popularity and the uniqueness of this, we are, it's not even a word, diversity here. I mean, this is unbelievable. What a release right there. Really cool with the navy there. That is really sick. So really good offering right there from none other than NG. That is really awesome. They surely can't do more of them. No, they can't. Now we have, I think this is the Turkey government, G550, Tango Charlie Alpha, Tango Alpha. Very nice to see the Gulfstreams making their way back into the release. Yeah, that one looks really nice. Really good job. I like the lines. Very basic, yet really effective. So very cool. The billboard titles also look really nice. So ultimately a really good offering. That's great. A C37B, this is 090525, and this is going to be in 1 to 200 as well. That is absolutely fantastic. Now, I think JC did this at some point, or maybe somebody else, but this is really great, really cool. I like the tail design here. That's absolutely awesome. That is a really cool plane, especially if you like GA. That's outstanding. So very cool to see that. Can't complain. That is awesome. Also excited to see how these aerials come out. That's going to be quite an interesting observation coming up. So looking very forward to that. My goodness, can it get better? It sure can, with the Falcon 7X Sierra Uniform Bravo Tango Victor here in 1 to 200 as well. That is awesome. So Egypt aircraft at that. I think that looks really cool. Certainly nice to get the variety. We're getting a little bit from every region and really hitting on it. So I'm a really big fan here. This is awesome. There's no way they can do much better than this. Yes, they can. A Düsseldorf Aviation Falcon 7X. Looks like something related to China here. I'll try my best. Zane Exen, something like that. Bravo 8213. I'm sorry that I'm not perfect there. That is awesome. That is a great looker. Nice with that great color scheme. Really cool choice. And then getting back to Asia there, that's really awesome. So can we keep bouncing regions? I'm really liking it here. A blank Falcon 7X. So you picked the region on this. That's fantastic. Just really great effort, man. Nice to get the variety here, and you got the aerial too. I mean, you could go to work now with 1 to 200, especially. You know, we're talking about a huge size, so I'm so excited to see. I don't think JC has a blank Falcon, so this might be the first of its type. So looking very forward to that. That is absolutely outstanding. Very nice. We're not even done. This is an ARJ 21-700 for Jengian Air. I think hopefully I said that kind of right. Bravo 605 Victor, and also has a name on it as well. That looks really good. I like that with the red line. I mean, that's some really good variety, certainly adding to the ARJ21 collection. So very cool to see that from Jang's Air or Jang's Air, something like that. But yeah, translation's kind of hard, as you guys know. But certainly I can get the concept. It looks really good. 717 with winglets, that is. And we're still not done yet. Another one, this one with a different city, the Seminar Art Avenue city of Jingen, something like that. Not very good with the city pronunciations. So yeah, very basic there, but you can see the titles here. I'm assuming it's this part right here. Looks really good. Fortunately, I can't read Chinese. It would be certainly a very cool attribute if I was able to, but certainly looks very good right there. In a BOAC Fantasy Livery 747-8i, so we're not quite done with the talent show yet. Back we go in the 400s. So, man, that is absolutely outstanding. Really cool looking aircraft. Certainly a nice fantasy. And for anybody looking for some variety, that is really, really awesome. So, very cool to see that right there. Okay, there we go. And any futures? Okay, just that Etihad Dreamliner that we talked about previously. Wow. Okay, that was the best NG release in a long time, in my personal opinion. I think that they absolutely ballparked that for various reasons. So let's go ahead and break it down piece by piece because we have a bunch to talk about. The combination of popularity, diversity, unique characteristics, high quality aircraft, geography, you name it, is absolutely outstanding in this release. What really stands out to me out of this particular release is the direct relation between popularity and it's tough. Part of me wants to say diversity, but part of me also wants to say just, you know, with the cargo, the general aviation, the fantasy liveries, whatever you want to, the miscellaneous characteristics, if you want to call it that. Really all three of those, the popularity, the geography, and the miscellaneous features really make this quite the talent show. So we have 2 fantasy liveries. We have 2 blank liveries. I think we have 6 government aircraft in this release. We have some really unique special liveries. These 2 blobs certainly can't go underrated. They're very important. And then getting into the talent show of all these CRJs and our first 737-600 debuting in 1:200 scale. And then the cargo CRJ and then the Harmony hybrid livery. This is the ideal mesh of all this. I've never seen a company do a release quite like this, so I certainly think there's something to be said for that, which is really, really cool. In addition, just really going over the popularity sector here, breast cancer awareness. I'm sure this Make Take Air will be very important. And then, of course, you got to look at this government 7.5 is big. That's huge. And then you got to look at the additional offerings. The Delta 319 for the U.S. collectors, that's huge considering how rare the Aero Classics and Gemini Jets versions are. That's absolutely awesome to see. So not a better time to beat Gemini Jets to the punch on that. The Alaskas are great. I'm really happy with those. Awesome to see those getting done. I think the Spirits are good choices. Hopefully they'll continue to expand and we're going to get to see Frontier and United soon. Would absolutely love to see that. I think the levels are really good choices along with all these Tuplovs. Again, really unique characteristics. Excuse me. Really cool to see that. Getting our this lineup of 1-200 Army just kind of invading the release was really cool. But again, the freighter and the hybrid livery, I think, really speak for themselves here. This is really cool. And also getting the small and the big titles. Now, again, this is the applicable time. This and the level. Now, when it comes, and even the Tupolev, I think is acceptable. There's significant difference there. When it comes to this, if we could just get one step closer. Now, we used to have releases where this happened 3 or 4 times. We only had it happen really twice here today. This one's actually fairly significant. So we can mark that off the list, but these 3 here is what I was referring to. So the fact that we're down to only doing this once, and I think there might have been the 1-200 example, it was, we at least have, it's not like the nose cones and the cheek stamps on the front and all that Mickey Mouse. We're actually here in prime time. So that was the goal. But yeah, the popularity, again, the really unique characteristics of this release, the Austrian nuclear 736 is amazing. The Air Force Gulfstream's awesome. The Falcons, I mean, this is a talent show, man. There's nothing more to say. We came out of the circus looking hot. This is really, really special. So absolutely outstanding release. I'm beyond impressed. This is exactly what you want to do if you have this many aircraft. And sure, there are some that, you could look and neglect. The British Airways 777s, I think the festival one was really good. This one, subjective. And then the breast cancer awareness, I think it was time for that. Looking at these governments again, I mean, really, really cool to see all the, they really went military heavy, maybe one more cargo plane or 2 would have been nice, but it's not like we didn't get one, so we certainly can look at that. San Francisco Giants, very unique piece, so that certainly will be interesting to watch how that sells. Again, the levels are really cool aircraft. These Tuplovs, really great. Again, the CRJ is really cool. I'm just going up and down the list. It's huge, man. I mean, it's absolutely outstanding. And then this Falcon's also really nice there from Egypt. And then, of course, you got the Salt, which is just beautiful livery. That is super, super cool. So, I mean, I don't think they could have done it any better here. And then you get the BOAC Fantasies to finish it off. I mean, that's just absolutely fantastic. So I'm really eager to hear what each and every one of you thought about this release. I think this is exactly where NG models needed to go. Absolutely surreal to see this, and it's really, really exciting. So I'm so excited for the future. If they just keep this up, we're going to be in a good spot. So really nice hybrid release. I'm really excited to see what they do in the future, and I hope you guys are as well. But nevertheless, that'll do for today's video, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do you love and love what you do? My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.